Every shooter knows, if you climb in the saddle, be ready for the ride. The West left Conroe, Texas on a pilgrimage to Harley-Davidson's motherland. They plan to join thousands of other riders from all over the world who are living the legend by celebrating 115 years of the Harley-Davidson Corporation. Flat Cowboy hitched another ride. Every ride is different, but this was for sure. 4 wheels move the body, but 2 wheels move the soul. To be perfectly honest, on this occasion Flat Cowboy was a little nervous. Why, you ask? Mama was taking her first cross-country ride on her own bike. She was riding free. On the way to Milwaukee, it was a fairly uneventful ride, which doesn't mean it weren't interesting. For example, somewhere in the middle of Missouri, they nearly ran out of gas. There aren't many gas stations on those roller coaster country roads. The West thought they had lost Flat Cowboy at that fuel stop. As it turned out, he was reliving his Army days, camouflaged as a fly swatter. Not only are the fuel stops sparse, there are mighty few outhouses as well. Sometimes, when you gotta go, you gotta go. Lunch on the road for a Texan cowboy should always include a little barbecue, even if it is barbecue of the hillbilly kind. Flat Cowboy was intrigued with the pig at this barbecue joint. That started him daydreaming. Speaking of pigs, Flat Cowboy learned a few interesting facts whilst he was on this adventure. For example, the term hog originated from a group of farm boys who raced their motorcycles in the 1920s. They had a pig for a mascot, and they would take him for a victory ride after winning a race. Harley-Davidson embraced the term, and now their New York Stock Exchange demarcation was changed from HDI to hog in 2006. Every 5 years, Harley-Davidson hosts what they call the Ride Home. Avid riders wearing colors from around the world were seen by Flat Cowboy and his companions. It's an opportunity for enthusiasts to salute one of the world's most fascinating stories. From a wooden shed in Milwaukee to its newest plant in Thailand, the iconic Harley-Davidson has captured the imagination of the world for over a century. In good times and bad, Harley-Davidson has survived. It is one of the only 2 American motorcycle manufacturers to survive the Great Depression. Today, it is one of the world's largest motorcycle manufacturers in the world. Though he seems a bit ornery, Flat Cowboy has great respect for the law. He was impressed to learn that Detroit was the first municipality to use Harley-Davidsons in their fleet. Police departments have been riding Harleys now for over 100 years. And of course, he couldn't let the opportunity escape a test ride on some bikes. He tried a little new. Sweet. Hey, is that my cousin over there? And he tried a little old. But some of them just didn't quite satisfy. Cold drinks with his companion sure tasted good at the Harley-Davidson Museum, and Flat Cowboy saw some remarkable sights.
Oh my goodness! Whoa! There's no way!
That's good.
Oh man! Oh yeah!
You will remember, our Flat Cowboy loves to party. And you know it's a wild one when body parts start flying off. After all, he's American by birth, rebel by choice. You also know he loves the girls. He couldn't wait to get a kiss. Flat Cowboy heard that Hannah Ferguson, supermodel for Sports Illustrated, was nearby at the House of Harley. Like a kid on Christmas morning, Mama had to wipe some drool from his face as he begged for them to go see her. Unfortunately, Hannah had already left by the time they arrived, but her stand-in was more than willing to give him that long-awaited kiss. Mama had to wipe his drawers after that. Leaving less than satisfied, he went in search of some real women, and he was not disappointed. After all, he must live up to his rocker, 'cause he's still the stud on a stick. Most people don't understand our love for riding, but they do seem to enjoy living vicariously through our adventures. For shooters like us, and Flat Cowboy, it doesn't matter if the road gets wet, gets hot, gets cold, or gets tough. We just ride. You see, some call it adventure, but we call it life.